Chapter 2, The Richest Man in Babylon. Long ago in Babylon there lived a very rich man. His name was Arcad. Many people knew him because he had a lot of money. Many people also knew him because he liked to give. He gave money to people in need. He gave to his family. He also spent money on his own life. But each year his money still grew. It grew faster than he spent it. Some friends from his young days came to him. They said, "Arcad, you are luckier than we are. You became the richest man in Babylon, but we still struggle just to live. You wear the best clothes. You eat the best food. We are happy if we can give our families simple good clothes and enough food." They continued, "But before, you and we were the same. We studied with the same teacher. We played the same games. You were not better than us in study. You were not better than us in games. And later you were not a better citizen than we were." One of them added, "You did not work harder than we did, as far as we can see. So why did luck choose you to get all the good things, and leave us behind, when we also work and we also try?" Arcad looked at them and answered calmly. "If you have only the basics now," he said, "it is because you did not learn the rules of building wealth, or you did not follow them. Do not blame luck," he continued. "Luck is like a wild woman. She does not give good things for long. Very often she brings harm to the man she gives money to." He explained, "Some men get money without work. They spend it fast. Soon it is gone. But their wants become bigger. They want many things, but they cannot buy them. Then they feel pain. Other men get money without work and become afraid. They hide it. They fear to spend it. They know they cannot earn it again. They also fear thieves. They live with worry. They have no joy." "Yes," Arcad said, "a few men can get sudden money and still stay happy and wise. But there are very few such men. Most men who get sudden wealth lose it." His friends agreed. "We know some men who got money from family and then lost it," they said. Then they asked him again, "Tell us, Arcad. How did you become so rich?" Arcad went on, "When I was young, I looked around. I saw many good things that can bring joy and a good life. I saw that money makes these good things easier to get. Wealth is power," he said. "With wealth, a man can do many things. He can make his home beautiful with good things. He can travel far over the sea. He can eat special food from far places. He can buy jewelry and fine things made by skilled workers. He can even build big temples for the gods. A man can do all these things, and many more things, that bring joy to the body and peace to the heart." "When I understood this," Arcad said, "I said to myself, I will take my share of the good things of life. I will not stand far away and watch others enjoy. I will not wear only the cheapest clothes that still look okay. I will not accept the life of a poor man. No. I will join this great feast of good things." Then he added something important, "You know my father was a simple merchant. I came from a big family. I had no hope to get money from family later. And I did not have great talent or special wisdom. So I decided, if I want what I want, I must use time and learn." "About time," he said, "all men have time. Each of you had enough time to become rich. But you have little to show, except your good families, and this is something you can be proud of." About learning, our teacher taught us there are two kinds of learning. One kind is what we already know. The other kind is learning how to find what we do not know. "So I decided to find the way to build wealth," Arcad said. "And when I found it, I would do it as my work, and I would do it well. Life is short. It is wise to enjoy life while we live under the bright sun. Later we all leave this world." He told them how he began. "I got a job as a scribe in the city records. Each day I worked long hours. I wrote on clay tablets. Week after week and month after month I worked. But I always had nothing saved. Food and clothes took my money. Gifts to the gods took my money. Other small things also took my money, and later I could not even remember what they were. One day a money lender named Algamish came to the city master," Arcad continued. He asked for a copy of the 9th law. Algamish said to me, I need it in 2 days. If you finish it by then, I will give you 2 coppers. So I worked very hard. But the law was long. When Algamish came back, my work was not finished. He was angry. If I was his slave, he could hit me. But he could not hurt me there, because the city master would not allow it. Arkad took a breath. Then I said something bold, he told his friends. I said, Algamish, you are a very rich man. Tell me how I can become rich too. If you tell me, I will work all night, and when the sun rises, it will be finished. Algamish smiled, Arkad said. He said, you are bold, young man. But we will make this deal. All night I worked. My back hurt. The smell of the lamp made my head hurt. My eyes could hardly see. But when Algamish came at sunrise, the tablets were finished. Then I said, now tell me what you promised. Algamish spoke kindly. He said, you did your part. Now I will do my part. I will tell you what you want, because I am old, and old men like to talk. When a young man comes to an old man for advice, he can get the wisdom of many years. But often young men do not use it. Then Algamish said, remember this, the sun that shines today is the same sun that shone when your father was born. And it will keep shining when your last grandchild is gone. He continued, young thoughts are like quick bright lights in the sky. Old wisdom is like fixed stars. Sailors trust those stars to guide their ships. Listen well, he warned, if you do not, you will miss the truth, and you will think your night work was useless. Then he gave Arkad one short rule. I found the road to wealth when I decided that a part of all I earned was mine to keep. And you will do the same. Arkad said to his friends, after he said that, Algamish did not speak more. He only looked at me. So I asked, is that all? He answered, that was enough to change a poor man into a money lender. Arkad said, I answered, but all I earn is mine, is it not? Algamish said, no. You pay the man who makes clothes. You pay the man who makes sandals. You pay for food. Can you live in Babylon without spending? What do you have left from last month? What do you have left from last year? You pay everyone but yourself. You work for others, Algamish said. If you keep nothing, you are like a slave. If you kept 1/10 of what you earn, how much would you have in 10 years? Arkad smiled. I could count well, he said. I answered, as much as I earn in 1 year. Algamish said, that is only half true. Every coin you save becomes your worker. Every coin it earns becomes its child, and that child can also earn. If you want to be rich, your savings must earn, and the children of your savings must earn, so all of them build wealth for you. Then the old man said something Arkad never forgot, a part of all you earn is yours to keep. It must be at least 1/10, even if you earn little. It can be more if you can do it. Pay yourself first. Then, with the rest, Algamish said, buy clothes and sandals only if you can still pay for food and for giving, and still make your gifts to the gods. Wealth is like a tree, Algamish added. It grows from a small seed. The first small coin you save is the seed. The sooner you plant it, the sooner the tree starts. The more you feed it with steady saving, the sooner you can rest in peace under its shade. Then Algamish took his tablets and left. Arkad told his friends, I thought a lot about his words. They seemed right. So I tried. Each time I got paid, I took 1 coin out of 10 and hid it. And it is strange, he said, but I did not feel much poorer. I lived without it. But when my pile started to grow, Arkad admitted, I often wanted to spend it on fine things that merchants showed, brought by camels and ships from far lands. But I did not. I stopped myself. After 12 months, Algamish came again. He asked, have you paid yourself at least 1/10 of all you earned this past year? I answered proudly, yes, master, I have. Then he asked, good. And what did you do with it? Arkad sighed a little. I made a mistake, he told them. I said, I gave it to Asmar, the brickmaker. He told me he will travel over the sea. In Tyre he will buy rare jewels for me. When he returns, we will sell them for high prices and share the profit." Algamish growled. "Every fool must learn," he said. "But why do you trust a brick maker about jewels? Would you ask a bread maker about the stars? Your savings are gone," he said. "You pulled your tree out by its roots. Plant again. Start again." Next time, Algamish warned, if you want advice about jewels, go to the jewel merchant. If you want advice about sheep, go to the man who keeps sheep. Advice is easy to get, but take only advice that is good. If you take advice about your savings from a man who does not know, he said, you will lose your savings to learn the truth. Arkad looked at his friends. And it was true, he said. The sellers in that land cheated Asmar. They sold him worthless glass that looked like jewels. My savings were gone. But I listened, Arkad said. I started again. I saved 1 coin out of 10. Now it was easier, because I already had the habit. 12 months later, Algamish came again. He asked, "What progress did you make since I last saw you?" Arkad said, I answered, "I paid myself. And I gave my savings to Agar, the shield maker. He buys bronze with it. Every 4 months he pays me for using my money." Algamish nodded. "That is good," he said. "And what do you do with that payment?" Arkad smiled, a little embarrassed. I said, "I eat a big meal with honey and good wine and sweet cake. I also bought a red tunic. And someday I will buy a young donkey to ride." Algamish laughed. "You eat the children of your savings," he said. "How can they work for you if you eat them? How can they have children that will also work for you? First build an army of golden workers," he said. "Then you can enjoy feasts without a sad feeling later." Then he left again. Arkad continued, I did not see him for 2 more years. Then he returned. His face had deep lines. His eyes looked tired. He was very old. Algamish asked, "Arkad, did you reach the wealth you dreamed of?" Arkad answered, "Not all that I want, but I have some. It earns more, and what it earns also earns more." Algamish asked, "Do you still listen to brick makers?" Arkad answered, "About bricks, they give good advice." Algamish said, "You learned your lessons. First, you learn to live on less than you earn. Next, you learn to ask advice from men who truly know, because they did it themselves. And last, you learn to make gold work for you. You learned how to get money, how to keep it, and how to use it," Algamish said. "Now you are ready for bigger work." He explained, "I am old. My sons only want to spend. They do not want to earn. My business is large. I fear it is too much for me now. If you go to Nippur and take care of my lands there, I will make you my partner. You will share my wealth." Arkad told his friends, "So I went to Nippur. I took care of his lands. They were large. I worked with strong desire. I used the 3 rules I had learned. And I made his lands worth much more." "I did very well," Arkad said. "And when Algamish died, I received my share, as he planned by law." One friend said, "You were lucky because Algamish made you his heir." Arkad answered, "I was lucky only because I wanted to grow before I met him. For 4 years I proved my purpose by saving 1/10. Is a fisherman lucky," he asked, "if he studies fish for years, and then catches them in any wind? Chance is proud. She does not wait for men who are not ready." Another friend said, "You had strong will to keep going after you lost your first savings. You are not like most men." Arkad answered, "Will is not magic. It is only this, when I give myself a task, I finish it." He gave them a simple example. If I say to myself, for 100 days, when I cross the bridge into the city, I will pick up 1 small stone and throw it into the river, I will do it. If one day I forget, he said, I will not say, tomorrow I will throw 2 stones. No. I will go back and throw the 1 stone. And on the 20th day, Arkad continued, I will not say, this is useless. I will throw a handful and stop. No. If I set a task, I finish it. So I am careful, Arkad said. I do not start tasks that are too hard or not possible, because I like rest. Another friend asked, if all men do this, will there be enough wealth for all? Arkad answered, wealth grows when men work and build. If a rich man builds a new palace, he said, is the gold gone forever? No. The brickmaker gets part. The workers get part. The artist gets part. All who work get part. And when the palace is finished, Arkad said, is it not worth what it cost? And is the land not worth more because the palace is there? And do not nearby lands become worth more too? Wealth can grow in ways that surprise us. No man can clearly see the limit, he added. The Phoenicians built great cities on poor coasts because their ships brought wealth from trade. Then another friend asked, so what do you tell us to do, so we also can become rich? Many years passed. We are not young now. We saved nothing. Arkad answered, take Algamish's wisdom and say to yourself, a part of all I earn is mine to keep. Say it in the morning. Say it at noon. Say it at night. Say it again and again, until it becomes strong in your mind. Fill your mind with this one idea, he said. Then choose the part you will keep. It must not be less than 1/10. Put it away. If you must, Arkad said, change your spending to make this possible. But first, always put that part away. Soon you will feel something new, he said. You will feel rich inside, because you have a treasure that belongs only to you. As it grows, it will push you to try harder. You will want to earn more, Arkad said, because then your part will also grow. Then learn to make your treasure work for you, he continued. Make it your worker. Make the children of your treasure work for you, and the children of those children too. Also, protect your future, Arkad said. Look at old people. One day you will be old too. So put your money to work with great care, so you do not lose your money. Very high profit can be a trap, he warned. It sounds sweet, but it can lead you to loss and a sad feeling later. Also, protect your family if the gods call you away, Arkad said. You can do this with small payments, paid again and again. A careful man does not wait for one big sum. He starts with small steady payments. Talk with wise men, he told them. Ask advice from men who work with money every day. Let them save you from mistakes like mine, when I trusted Asmar, the brickmaker. A small safe gain is better than a risky big dream. Finally Arkad said, enjoy life while you are here. Do not push yourself too hard. Do not try to save too much. If 1/10 is all you can keep without pain, he said, be content with that. Live within your income. Do not become afraid to spend. Life is good. Life has many good things. His friends thanked him and went away. Some were quiet, because they could not understand. Some spoke with sharp words, because they thought a rich friend should give them money, not advice. But some had a new light in their eyes. They understood why Algamish came again and again to the scribe's room. He watched a man walk out of darkness into light. When the man reached the light, a place was ready for him. No one could take that place until he made himself ready for it. In the years after, these men often came back to Arkad. He welcomed them. He talked with them and gave them his wisdom, as wise men like to do. He helped them place their savings in safe ways that brought steady interest. Their money was not lost. Their money was not trapped in bad deals that paid nothing. The great change in their lives came on the day they accepted the one truth that came from Algamish to Arkad, and from Arkad to them. A part of all you earn is yours to keep.